ever have those days where everything just feels wrong?
Wrong how?
You wake up late, you spill your coffee, you get stuck in traffic, and then the rest of the day is just a disaster.
So you're saying one bad thing happens and suddenly the whole day is ruined?
Exactly. And I always think, why does this keep happening to me?
Okay, well, what if I told you the problem might not be the bad things happening, but how you think about them?
You're gonna make this a positive thinking lesson, aren't you?
Maybe, but stay with me because today we're going to talk about something powerful, how the way you think affects your English, your confidence, and even how you handle difficult situations.
Okay, you have my attention.
Good, because today we're talking about the power of positive thinking and how you can use it to improve your English and your life. Welcome back to TalkBeam, the English podcast where we help you speak more naturally, listen more confidently, and actually enjoy learning English. I'm Sam.
And I'm Mary. And just so you know, Sam didn't warn me about this topic, so I'm going to be asking the questions you're probably thinking too.
That's what makes this work. So why are we talking about positive thinking on an English learning podcast?
I was wondering that too.
Because learning English is hard. You study, you practice, you try to speak, and sometimes you make mistakes. You feel embarrassed. You feel like giving up. And that negative voice in your head says, I'm never going to get this right.
Okay, I know that voice. She's very loud sometimes.
Right. And the problem is, if you believe that voice, you stop trying. You avoid speaking, you don't practice, and then you don't improve.
So, positive thinking isn't just about feeling good, it's about making progress.
Exactly. Your mindset affects your actions. Your actions affect your results. So if you tell yourself, I can learn this, you'll keep trying. And if you keep trying, you will improve.
That actually makes sense.
Today, we're going to talk about practical phrases you can use to think and speak more positively, how to handle mistakes with confidence, and a simple way to change your inner voice from I can't to I can. Ready?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
So, Mary, let's start with a situation. Imagine you're in a restaurant. You're ordering food in English, and the waiter asks you a question you don't understand.
Oh, I hate that. I would panic. My face would get red, and I'd just say, yes, without knowing what I agreed to.
That's a very honest answer, and that's a really common reaction. But what's happening in your head in that moment?
I'm thinking, oh no, I don't understand. Why didn't I study more? The waiter probably thinks I'm stupid.
That's negative thinking, and it's totally normal. But negative thinking makes you freeze. It makes the situation feel bigger and scarier than it really is. What if you thought differently?
Like how?
Instead of thinking, I don't understand, this is terrible, you could think, I don't understand this one question, but I can ask for help.
Okay, that's a different way of looking at it.
It's a small change, but it changes everything. You're not stuck. You have options. So what would you say to the waiter?
I could say, sorry, could you repeat that?
Perfect. Or, I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you say it again more slowly?
And that's totally normal in English, right? Native speakers ask for repetition all the time.
All the time. I do it, and I'm a native speaker. The point is, positive thinking doesn't mean the problem disappears, it means you believe you can handle it.
So it's less, everything is great, and more, I can figure this out.
Yes, that's a really important difference. Positive thinking isn't pretending bad things don't exist. It's about believing you have the ability to deal with them. Now let's look at some practical English phrases you can use when you want to think and speak more positively.
These are phrases we can actually use?
Yes, and you can use them in your head or out loud. Let's start with number 1. I can do this.
Simple, but powerful.
Exactly. When you're about to speak English and you feel nervous, say to yourself, I can do this. It's a short, positive statement that reminds you you're capable. Let's practice it.
I can do this.
Good. Now phrase number 2. It's okay to make mistakes.
This one is really important for English learners because we're all afraid of making mistakes.
And that fear stops us from speaking. But remember, the goal is communication, not perfection.
Can I say this to myself before I speak?
Absolutely. Say, it's okay to make mistakes. People will understand me.
It's okay to make mistakes. People will understand me.
Number 3, I'll try my best.
That one sounds really natural.
Because it is. Instead of saying, I hope I don't mess up, which is negative and focuses on failure, say, I'll try my best. That's positive and realistic.
So if I say, I'll try my best to speak English today, that's good.
Great. And number 4, every day I'm getting better.
Okay, I like this one a lot.
Why?
Because it's about progress, not perfection. Even if I only learn one new word today, I'm getting better.
Exactly. And phrase number 5, I can ask for help.
This is a big one. Many English learners don't ask for help because they feel embarrassed.
But asking for help is a normal, smart thing to do. In English, you can say, can you help me? Or, could you explain that again?
And no one will think you're stupid.
Never. People appreciate when someone is trying and asks for help. Okay, let's go through all 5 phrases again. Your turn. Repeat after me. I can do this.
I can do this.
It's okay to make mistakes.
It's okay to make mistakes.
I'll try my best.
I'll try my best.
Every day I'm getting better.
Every day I'm getting better.
I can ask for help.
I can ask for help.
Before we move on, I want to talk about one grammar point that appears in these phrases.
Of course you do. You're the grammar friend.
I'm the friendly grammar friend. Look at phrase number 4. Every day I'm getting better.
What's special about that?
Notice how we say it. I'm getting better, present continuous. But the full phrase is every day I'm getting better. The present continuous with every day shows a process or habit.
So it's not just about today, it's about a pattern?
Yes, it's like saying, this is my progress over time. Let me give you another example. If I say, I'm learning English, that's a process. It's ongoing.
What if I say I learn English every day?
That's the present simple, and it talks about a routine or habit. Both are correct. Let's look at the difference.
Okay.
Present simple is for habits, routines, and things that are always true. I practice English every day. Present continuous is for actions happening now or for temporary processes. I'm getting better at English.
So if I say I study English, that's a habit. If I say I'm studying English, that's what I'm doing right now.
Exactly. And when you combine them with positive phrases, you're building a mindset. Every day I'm getting better is a process. It's a belief that you're improving over time.
That's actually useful grammar, not just random rules.
Because it's connected to real communication, and that's always how we teach grammar on TalkBeam.
Okay, I have a confession to make.
I'm ready.
I think I've been using some of these phrases wrong. For example, I used to say, I can do this, but I said it with a question mark, like, I can do this? And it didn't feel confident at all.
That's a really great point. The way you say it matters as much as the words.
So it's not just the words, it's the tone.
Yes, when you say, I can do this with a rising tone, it sounds like you're asking for permission or you're unsure. But when you say, I can do this with a falling tone at the end, it's a statement. You're confident.
I can do this versus I can do this. That's a big difference.
It is. And here's another common mistake. Some learners say, I try my best, but they focus on the possibility of failure. They say, I'll try my best, but I don't think I can do it.
That sounds like you're already giving up.
Right. The positive version is, I'll try my best, full stop. You don't add the negative part. You just focus on your effort.
So I should stop making excuses for myself before I even speak.
Yes. And another mistake. I can ask for help, but you don't actually do it because you're too embarrassed.
I am very guilty of this.
Lots of people are. But the phrase is a commitment. When you say, I can ask for help, you're telling yourself it's okay, and then you actually do it.
So the words are important, but I also have to believe them.
That's the positive thinking part. The English gives you the tool. The mindset lets you use it. Now let's see how these phrases work in a real conversation. Mary, can I interview you?
Sure, what's the topic?
Tell me about a time you felt nervous speaking English.
Oh, easy. I went to London last year and I had to ask for directions.
And what happened?
I was really nervous. I practiced the sentence in my head like 10 times. Excuse me, can you tell me how to get to the train station? But when I actually saw someone, I froze.
What were you thinking in that moment?
I was thinking, she's going to think I sound silly. What if I say it wrong? What if I don't understand her answer?
All negative thoughts. But then what happened?
I took a deep breath and thought, okay, I can do this. And I just said it.
Excuse me, can you tell me how to get to the train station?
Yes, and the woman was so nice. She gave me directions and I understood everything. I even said, thank you so much. And then I felt great.
So the positive thought actually helped you speak.
Yes, if I had kept thinking negative thoughts, I probably would have walked away and never asked.
And that's exactly why this matters. Positive thinking isn't just a nice idea, it produces real results. Let's hear another example.
Okay, what if you're in a meeting and someone asks you a question you don't understand?
Instead of panicking, you could say, I'm sorry, could you rephrase that? Or could you say that in a different way?
And that sounds professional.
Yes, it's better to ask for clarification than to guess and give the wrong answer. And the positive thought is, I can ask for clarification. It's normal and expected.
So in any situation, you can use these phrases to remind yourself you have options.
Exactly. You're never really stuck. You always have the choice to ask, to try, to say something simple. The worst thing you can do is say nothing. Okay, now it's your turn, listener. We're going to do a little practice. Don't worry, it's easy.
And you can say the answers out loud. Nobody can hear you.
Exactly. I'm going to give you 3 situations. I want you to say the positive phrase you would use. Then Mary and I will give you a model answer. Ready? First situation. You're about to give a short presentation in English. You feel nervous. What do you say to yourself?
I would say, I can do this. I've practiced.
Great, or I'll try my best. Both are excellent. Second situation. You're having a conversation in English and you don't understand one word. What do you say? You could say, I can ask for help, and then out loud, sorry, what does that word mean?
That's so natural. Nobody will judge you for that.
Nobody. Third situation. You made a mistake while speaking. You feel embarrassed. What do you tell yourself?
I would say, it's okay to make mistakes. People make mistakes all the time.
Perfect. And maybe add, every day I'm getting better.
That's a really nice way to end the practice.
How did you do, listener? Don't worry about being perfect. Just try. That's the positive mindset in action. Okay, now a listening challenge. Mary, I want you to say a sentence at natural speed. Listeners, listen carefully and try to understand what Mary says.
Okay, here it is. Ready? I used to get really nervous before speaking English, but now I tell myself it's okay to make mistakes and I feel so much more confident.
Did you catch that? Let's break it down.
I said, I used to get really nervous before speaking English, but now I tell myself it's okay to make mistakes and I feel so much more confident.
Let's look at some key parts. Mary said, I used to get really nervous. That means in the past she was nervous, but it's different now.
Yes, used to is a great structure for talking about past habits that have changed.
And then she said, but now I tell myself it's okay to make mistakes. Notice the contrast, past versus present.
So you can use this structure to talk about your own progress. For example, I used to avoid speaking English, but now I practice every day.
That's a great sentence. Listeners, try saying that out loud. I used to avoid speaking English, but now I practice every day.
I would say, I can do this. I've practiced.
Great, or I'll try my best. Both are excellent. Second situation, you're having a conversation in English and you don't understand one word. What do you say? You could say, I can ask for help, and then out loud, sorry, what does that word mean?
That's so natural. Nobody will judge you for that.
Nobody. Third situation, you made a mistake while speaking. You feel embarrassed. What do you tell yourself?
I would say, it's okay to make mistakes. People make mistakes all the time.
Perfect. And maybe add, every day I'm getting better.
That's a really nice way to end the practice.
How did you do, listener? Don't worry about being perfect. Just try. That's the positive mindset in action. Okay, now a listening challenge. Mary, I want you to say a sentence at natural speed. Listeners, listen carefully and try to understand what Mary says.
Okay, here it is. Ready? I used to get really nervous before speaking English, but now I tell myself it's okay to make mistakes and I feel so much more confident.
Did you catch that? Let's break it down.
I said, I used to get really nervous before speaking English, but now I tell myself it's okay to make mistakes and I feel so much more confident.
Let's look at some key parts. Mary said, I used to get really nervous. That means in the past she was nervous, but it's different now.
Yes, used to is a great structure for talking about past habits that have changed.
And then she said, but now I tell myself it's okay to make mistakes. Notice the contrast, past versus present.
So you can use this structure to talk about your own progress. For example, I used to avoid speaking English, but now I practice every day.
That's a great sentence. Listeners, try saying that out loud. I used to avoid speaking English, but now I practice every day. Let's review everything we covered today.
All help. We talked about the power of positive thinking.
Yes, we learned that your mindset affects your actions, and your actions affect your results.
We covered 5 positive phrases you can use. I can do this. It's okay to make mistakes. I'll try my best. Every day I'm getting better. And I can ask for help.
We also looked at a grammar point, present simple for habits versus present continuous for ongoing processes.
And we talked about tone. How you say something is as important as what you say.
We practiced using these phrases in real situations.
And we learned that progress is more important than perfection.
That's the main message. You don't need to speak perfect English. You need to feel confident enough to try. Positive thinking gives you that confidence.
And the more you speak, the better you get.
Exactly. So here's your challenge for this week. Every morning, say one positive English sentence to yourself out loud. It could be, I can do this, or every day I'm getting better. Just say it.
And when you make a mistake, don't get angry at yourself. Say, it's okay to make mistakes.
That's it. Small steps, every day. Thank you so much for listening to TalkBeam. I'm Sam.
And I'm Mary.
If you enjoyed this episode, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. We read every comment, and we love hearing from you.
And we have a question for you in the comments section. We'll tell you right after the episode.
Remember, English is a journey, not a destination, and you're getting better every single day.
See you in the next episode.
Take care and think positive.